friends, this video review is for Coming Up Clutch by Anna Graham. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that. So if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below. And if you're on my blog, there is a link within the post. And this is the video review. So Coming Up Clutch by Anna Graham. This was a cute second chance romance and has a sports theme as well. Razor was crushed when Ashton turned her down. But now she has this opportunity to join a softball team that Ashton coaches, and she just cannot say no to Ashton in the end. It's too big a thing. She really wants to do this. It's not ideal, but Ashton has to ignore her regrets from sort of like a past self-made, and she has to think it through, and it's getting tricky, especially with Razor being so kind to her, and Razor's also being a really great influence on the team, so she's quite conflicted. She's fallen back in love with her, but I love this. Sports romances always need this delicate balance. They need to make sure they're not too heavily focused on the romance or the sport to lose the focus, and Anna achieved the perfect balance. We got a bit of sport, we got a bit of team camaraderie, we got a bit of romance, and it was all about the people and the team, especially when it wasn't just Ashton involved in the team who Razor had past connections with. So Razor had a reason to be wary. She was very aware of the events that happened that made her stop playing softball early in the first place. She didn't want it all to happen again. Situations were happening that made her feel very much traumatized by that, and despite how she felt and her wariness, she put her heart and her soul into mentoring and helping the other members of this team to excel, which just made me love her. What an admirable person. Ashton was a bit of a mystery, but as she reconnected with Razor, all the truth about the past for both of them was being revealed, and it was a process of healing that had started with that. And so it helped to understand Razor's motivations and drivers for all the decisions she was making now. Even though she had hurt Razor in the past, Ashton was determined to try and make it better. She was starting to try and avoid her feelings to save from any complication that would harm the team like it had previously. And then learning that she was only harming herself by holding back, she came to that realization that her and Razor did have something and she did want to explore it. So they were stronger than she seemed to think, and they got control of her. And because of Razor's willingness and commitment to the team, that was just really factoring into Ashton really falling for her even more than she had. So I really enjoyed every moment of the story. It's very difficult to say too much about the story because it had some bits and pieces that drove some of the decisions and a lot of the story at the end and the excitement that would be massive spoilers. But I enjoyed every moment of the story. It all started to blow up with this drama and scandal that threatened to take Razor out of Ashton's life again. And I just loved her commitment to making sure that Razor didn't go through that again. She didn't carry the hurt and the blame this time because there was nothing to carry, making her realise that what she did in the past was actually the right thing to do, and there were other people involved and other factors that were beyond her control in what happened. And they had this really strong, solid connection that I just adored, and I couldn't wait for them to get this happy ending that they deserved because they'd been waiting quite a while for it. And so I really enjoyed it, and I hope you will too. I'll pop a link in the description so you can grab a copy of Coming Up Clutch by Anna Graham, which I hope you will. If you've read Coming Up Clutch, would love to know what you thought of it, so please do share and let us know. And if you haven't read it yet, but you're planning to read it, it's on your read list, or you're super excited and thinking, yes, I really want to read that, then again, please do let us know, because it's always great to find out what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I really hope you enjoy it. Bye.